right, y'all. All right, let's hear what this little woman got to say for herself. See if she's telling on herself today. I'm thinking yes. For sure. For sure. All right, Leticia. That's a very urban name you got there. That name sounds like the name of somebody not like yourself, Leticia. But okay. Well, I guess it's spelled more like maybe. I don't know. That sounds like a black name to me. I was just saying. But whatever. Go off, sis.
What did you see when you last saw him?
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about anything with the case. I would more so be willing to talk about how the community needs to have faith and continue to work together and not make these false accusations, like the things that have been said that I've disappeared from the community. I haven't been there to help, but there's lots of reasons behind that.
Reasons like death threats, right?
Right. Death threats are one of them. My family's getting lots of death threats. We counted over 20 some death threats already. Two, my husband's ex-wife is living in our home, and of course I'm not coming home to do these things and to help with the family when I was kind of like told I couldn't. And then many other things that happened with the El Paso County Police Department, you know, and in doing the investigation I was told I wasn't complying. And can I elaborate on that?
Please do.
Yes. So I asked for an attorney during the interview, and I was denied that by them. I was held because they were blocking the door, and I was told I couldn't leave, and that if I would have touched them, they would have probably, you know, said I still wasn't complying or said I was, you know, trying to run away or something. But during the interview, I asked several times, could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? Could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? I was denied. I was told I couldn't get nothing to drink. I couldn't go.
I'm sure she's lying about that because they recorded the whole thing. I had asked for my lawyer. They said no because they want this whole thing thrown out. Yeah, no, they definitely you definitely lying. You lying. Why you lying, Leticia? Why is your name Leticia? Answer me that.
Go to the bathroom. I mean, it was continuously that my constitutional rights were violated.
And that's why you say that they said then you weren't cooperating with the investigation.
That's why they said I wasn't cooperating at that time, correct.
And why did you ask for an attorney at the time?
Well, I asked for an attorney at the time because there was one individual, there was two.
I'm going to tell you, there is love out there in the world for Daryl because it's heifers like this all over the place. They would just do so well together. Just start a prison family. Daryl could like maybe put a wig on or something, you know, claim he trans, and then, you know what I'm saying, get transferred to the lady prison, and then they could just live happily ever after until one of them killed the other, of course, because murderers.
Really good detectives, and so I'm not, you know, going to talk bad about detectives, but the tactics they started to get when I would answer questions, they try to, you know, they're detectives, they're supposed to twist. The one main goal is to find Gannon, but during that time some of those things made me feel uncomfortable the way they were saying things, so I immediately stopped and felt like an attorney would help me with some of the vocabulary and things like that I needed help with and understanding some of the things that they were asking.
I'm going to shift gears to what has become a huge
She sounds so like, I don't know. Is she crazy? Is she a crazy person? Is that what they've been saying in the court? Have they been saying that she's insane? Because this sounds a little bit insane because she sounds very normal. And considering what she did to that boy, the fact that she could sound so normal 3 days after, like, is a testament to her nutsness, okay? Basically is what I'm saying.
Online presence of people obviously trying to do the right thing, help find Gannon, but at the same time sometimes it just feels like rumor mongering. Have you seen any of those comments yourself?
We have, and see, that's one of the main things we haven't been around in the public eye because I didn't want to expose my family to it if all these things were going on. You know, there was comments about Gannon getting pushed off the hike, and there was comments about this, and that's just not true. I took care of Gannon for the last 2 years in our home because his mother didn't want to do it, and I would never.
Ooh, wow, Leticia, just wow. You murdered this woman's son, snatched him off the planet, and you throwing jabs now? Are we throwing jabs this week? Is that what we doing? All right, Leticia, you're gonna get this work. You better cut it out. His mama didn't want to take care of him. So I had to do it. I took really good care of him. All the way down the highway and all the way in the suitcase and all the things that I did. Oh my God. Like what in the hell? 18 times, you guys. If you don't know this, 18 times she did the she 18 times. And then then she in the face, an 11-year-old boy. And she's throwing jabs at his mother on television. She's the devil, honey. She is a straight, just evil.
Ever hurt this child. And I know there's some questions out there about, okay, so tell me what happens.
This child.
That's up to the investigations when they end up letting you guys know, but I've cooperated with them, even to the point that
I can't imagine any scenario where I would refer to my kid as that child. When do you do that? Hey, Ty. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Tell the truth and shame the devil, honey. Yes.
we were held with a gun, and my daughter, a 17-year-old who serves our country in the United States Air Force, who has never committed a crime or done anything wrong in her life, was put in handcuffs over the keys that was in her purse so they could take her car.
And they weren't in there?
They weren't even in her car, in her purse.
And
they were in my pocket.
You originally didn't even know it was the law enforcement officers?
I didn't know it was a law enforcement officer because when he came out, I guess he was putting his jacket on, and it wasn't necessarily his fault. He was adjusting and happened to catch me. But I saw the gun and I panicked originally and kind of thought, oh gosh, I got who's this guy? And then once I realized it was the sheriff's office, I was totally okay, but they still had a gun and told me they were going to shoot me. But I was really concerned about my daughter, asking why she was being detained in handcuffs and things like that, when that shouldn't even happen for a child. That shouldn't happen for someone who was standing inside of a store shopping, because we couldn't have any clothes because all of our clothes were here. If we came here and got clothes, we would be harassed.
Oh, is that what she is? Is she Native American? Oh, is that what she is? So is LETECIA a Native American name? Interesting. That's interesting. It's interesting information.
So she went to purchase some underwear and things like that and was put in the handcuffs in the store, and then brought out with men with guns. And that's just not okay. They could have approached me and said, hi, I'm with El Paso County. Can I please get this? Instead of the way that it happened.
I'm just going to check her shot. Doing great. I want to make sure that we're still going to recording, still can hear you okay.
Look at her. What is you looking at, LETECIA?
Like
Ain't nothing over there.
Is a
coyote coming?
I want to make sure it's not going to happen.
I hope they get your ankles. Look at her. I wonder what she's thinking. Let's all contemplate what LETECIA's thinking while she's standing over there waiting for this man to come back over. Oh my God, is he buying it? I think I'm doing a good job. In my head, it sounds good.
All right.
Ain't no more freedom sandwiches, no more.
Oh, shoot, I put that on. It almost feels like, to me, like kind of a pitchfork mentality with people. Do you feel safe in Southern Colorado?
Yes, this is a wonderful neighborhood. We picked this neighborhood.
For a person who never goes anywhere, and it's definitely never been to Colorado, that looked like Colorado to me. You know what it kind of looks like? Where the guy who murked his whole family, the two little girls and the wife, Shannon, right? It looks that reminds me of like their neighborhood. It was like a housing development, like kind of, it looked like it was just kind of in the middle of a desert or something. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it looked like. I wonder if they lived down the street from them. I think they were in Colorado, were they not? Watts, right? Chris Watts, wasn't they in Colorado? How LETECIA lying? Her lips moving. Both sets. Her camel toe. LMAO, whoa. Bars. Yeah, she lying her little ass off. Look at her. How you do all of that? Oh my gosh. Because he had his son. She didn't want to share her husband. She want to be like, no, he's mine. As long as this boy exists, he got a tie to that other woman, that ex-wife of his. And I just want him to just be over here and my daughter be his kid. And that's all. And this is my man's. Oh my God. It's like, y'all know what happens next, right? You can't be in love in prison. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can, but you got to change up who it is. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have a lady love is what I'm getting at. Okay. Watts murder in Colorado. Yep, I bet this is the same fucking neighborhood. What if they lived in the same neighborhood? Maybe that's where she got the idea from.
Because it felt like such a great community and the school district's great. And so I really feel safe in Colorado Springs.
But then the community seems to have turned.
Oh,
Is that true?
oh, damn.
There's a lot of times that
Bitch just say she feels safe in Colorado Springs. Of course you feel safe. You the killer. Okay? You ain't got nothing to be worried about. You are the killer. I mean, I'm sure, Jason Voorhees is not afraid, roaming around in the woods. You know why? Because he is the killer. Michael Myers is not nervous at all. You know why? Because he is the killer. And LETECIA, you are not worried in this neighborhood. You know why you're not worried where you are? Because you are the killer. Duh. Oh my God. So dumb. I feel safe here, says the lady who is, asking people to believe her that she didn't murk her stepson. I feel safe here, is what she says, as he is missing. Okay. About to be presumed dead. She talking about how safe she feel. How wonderful. How wonderful.
On the Ring app and things like that, we hear of like a burglary every day. And, some of those things you can't always look into and think that it actually happened. You have to kind of like wheedle it out. But overall, the community is really good at looking out for each other and coming together in times of need.
I should try and clarify here. Not necessarily crime rates, but the way that people are reacting online to rumors about you with this.
He's like, bitch, that ain't what I said. I didn't ask you that. Let me say it again so you can hear me with your ears is broke. Okay? She understood you, man. She just, she just wanted to put that in there.
Oh, yes. Wow. The rumors have gotten so bad. I pretty much have been told at least 10 different ways that these people have these conspiracy theories. I guess they watch a lot of law shows and maybe they have all these theories on how Gannon is dead. And that's what they're saying. So I'm like, why are you saying Gannon is dead? He is not dead. We are going to find Gannon. And that's the main goal that we all have, my family has. Just because you haven't seen us, we have that same goal. And we've been out searching. My aunt has been out searching. My family has been out searching. We all have been doing that together so that we could protect each other.
How does it feel when not only you have a lost child who you are in care of, but then people blaming you for that child not being there?
I always wonder what it's like to be a reporter asking a person is the killer stuff. But you got to be sneaky. You got to be sneaky about it. You got to act like you believe them and stuff. How does it feel to be blamed for some shit that you didn't do? Bullshit. This is a poker face. This man got a poker face. So he got his poker face on, honey. He said, I'm going to earn my check today, honey. I'm going to do a good job. Hey, melted copper.
I'm just ready for Gannon to come home. Most importantly, for him to see his family. But second, I am going to be so ecstatic when I'm able to say to people that I hope they have a really sincere apology for all these theories that have came out online, for all the things they said that I have done or people have done. And I just want everyone.
Oh my God. Okay, so your concern is that he come back. He need to come on back here so that I can tell these people, told you so, bitch. Really? Not so you can know he's safe because, oh my God, I am peeling my own skin off in worry right now. Not that, no. It's, I can't wait to tell this bitch, see, I ain't even do nothing. You just hating on me. That's what you thinking about? I know this guy, he's got a look on his face. He thinking the same thing. He's like, that's what you worried about? That's what you thinking about? You want him to come back just so you can say, I told you so? With not, especially with the case of her knowing what she did to him. Oh my God.
To know that we're going to find Gannon. And I love him so much. I've helped taking care of him for so long.
Can you talk to me a little bit about him? I don't know him.
Gannon is so kind and he loves to play video games. That's one of his favorite things. He loves Sonic and Mario and,
Let's see if she does a slip up because she's definitely been rehearsing because she's making sure she talks about him in present tense. This is where most of them fuck up, right? She got to talk about him in present tense, because if she accidentally says was, or he used to be, or whatever, if she speaks about him in past tense, she done fucked up. Now that she's talking about him, let's see.
He's always helpful, and he was always so helpful
Oh,
with the
bam.
dogs around the house.
There it is. She did it already. Was. He was always so helpful.
And we have 2 little cute dogs, and he was always like a person I could say, Gannon, can you go do this? And he would do it right away. You know, sometimes with kids we have to remind them and things like that, and that's okay, but he was so sweet and able to help anyone. He could notice when you're sick and say, are you okay? And such a kind heart.
I know you just said that you can't say anything about the investigation, so you can just say so again if you can't answer this, but is there...
Yeah, I counted about 5. I think 5 was's she used. Oh, LETECIA, you was doing so good there for a second. You almost had him. You almost had him, bitch. You almost did it. But not quite. You fucked up. You was talking too much. You talk too much. You never shut up. I said you talk too much. Bitch, you never shut up.
Is there anything we can hear about the hike? Was there a hike? We don't. That just seems like rumors right now.
You know what? Could we bring my daughter up here, because she can go and say that, you know, she came home from work after the hike, and she can verify that Gannon was at our home.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me. If she doesn't want to, that's okay. But you're allowed to ask her. Sounding okay so far?
Yes, I need Harley. Because they want you to verify was Gannon at home after the hike. Because you didn't go to the hike, but you came home from work.
Look at her telling her what to say. Yeah, telling her what to say. They be like, because you wasn't there with us, but you was there when we came home from the hike. You were there, right? Remember that when we walk over to this man and we answer this question. By we, I mean you, okay? Oh.
Do you want me to just say yes?
No, just answer the question. Yes, you came home from work, and you can verify Gannon was at home. Yeah. I told her she didn't have to be too in depth, because she is still, you know, a child. But I want to make sure that someone knows that there's another person to verify that Gannon.
Sure.
Does she need to hold this?
No, that's as so long as she's close.
Close.
So just stay close, and yeah, actually shift a tiny bit that way, just ½ inch that way.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. And then, can you say and spell your name for me real fast?
Harley Hunt, Harley Hunt, Hunt.
Perfect. And so just don't look away from her, because the mic's not that way, so you don't have to like face down into it, but just don't look away. I was just asking about the hike.
Yes, so I came home later that evening. I was at work, and I can verify that he was there that night.
So there was a hike that you guys went on, but then you guys came home.
Yes.
Where'd you guys go hiking?
Garden of the Gods.
Garden of the Gods. Okay. I guess when...
And then we ate Burger King afterwards, so, you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then it just was, I'm gonna go to play at a friend's house.
Can we step off of here? I don't want her on the...
No worries.
Okay.
Am I good to go to?
Yeah.
You did great. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Oh, because she couldn't verify that part.
And then it was just, I'm off to go to play at a friend's house.
That is so funny. She didn't want her standing there for that part. Hold on. I want to catch that again. Hold up.
And then we ate Burger King afterwards, so, you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then it just was, I'm gonna go to play at a friend's house.
Can we step off of here? I don't want her on the...
No worries.
Okay.
Am I good to go to?
Yeah.
You did great. Thank you.
Oh, you see that? Look. As Denny said, he was going to a friend's house. But she made that shit up. And she know. That's good. Her daughter gonna be looking at her like, what? What happened? His friend? He ain't no friends. What she talking about? He like, go on back to the truck, girl. But you get me fucked up out here in these streets.
Okay. All right. Okay, do it again.
And then it was just, I'm off to go to play at a friend's house.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to like comment on that anymore, and for that reason, it's because some things have been turned and twisted, and you know that was one of those stories you were talking about where.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, LETECIA. Oh, were they turned? Were they twisted? Or did you just change the story and got confused? It's hard to remember your lies, ain't it? It's hard to keep track of them lies. I'm gonna tell you something about life. if you're honest, you always remember. You always remember. You know why? Because it's a thing that actually happened. It's an actual memory you have. You don't have to dig deep and try to find it. Okay. And then have to make up new things to fill in the blanks. When you start lying, you gotta keep lying. Hey, Crime Corner. Hey, boo.
Where people say things. We had to hear things like who would let their child go out at dark and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's just why I don't want to answer that. If I had to give, I'm not gonna say that part.
That's okay.
Never mind.
That's right.
I could take that out.
I understand that it gets tricky with
Yeah.
legal stuff. Do you feel like I asked you what I need to? Do you feel like this is going to help kind of turn the tide of
Hell no.
what feels like a witch hunt, in my opinion?
I hope
In my
this is
opinion.
wrong.
Yeah, good one.
Okay, okay. I think that a lot of people can see that I'm not missing and see that I am being cooperative, but to me it's okay that they think those things, because the way someone thinks about me, I don't have a problem with that. My main thing is I would never want someone to think that I would hurt Gannon or any of the children in our home, because that's just not the case. I've spent my whole entire life working so hard in education. There was even things online that was talking about my education license and I shouldn't even be a teacher, and they just didn't know that. Like, we moved on a military move and I didn't finish out my contract, so I gave up my license in that state. It had nothing to do with any criminal.
Oh, thank you, JH. JH made sure he hit the like button, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you have not, if you're just popping in here, hit the like button for mama. Okay.
Criminal activity, or any of those things, and it just got blown out of proportion on my professional status, and
Do you feel like these are just internet detectives who think they know what they're doing?
it definitely is. And here's the thing that kind of saddens me. It's like, if you're going to talk about someone like that and have a witch hunt out for them, why would you even care, like, about doing those things? Because this is a child. You're telling me that you're just as mean, you're just as hateful to talk about someone else like that. That's how I feel. Like, we just should not. We should all come together and wait until the end and see what happens, because Gannon's going to come home.
Any message for Gannon?
The message for Gannon I have is, Gannon, when you get here, you'll be able to truly tell what happened. And then I really hope I get a sincere apology from everyone who has made all those things, especially from my husband. We just wanted to add him.
Well, I want an apology from my husband is what I want for killing his son, okay? He gonna apologize to me for me killing his kid. Like, that's what's gonna happen. That's what we is gonna do is, okay, is he gonna apologize to me for being mad at me for murking his kid. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Wow, you want an apology, bitch? That's what you want? Oh, hold your breath. Maybe it'll show up. Okay. Wow. You want an apology, y'all.
The message to Gannon from my family is that we love you and miss you, and we hope that you come home soon.
Oh, do you?
And Gannon, I
Oh.
can't wait till you can come home and let everyone know that you're okay. We love you.
Wow. Nice try, Heifer. Nice try. Nice try indeed. You really tried it, Heifer. You tried it. Yes, you did. You tried it. You tried it.